Welcome back to Visual Verse. In today's episode, we are going to share 10 valuable tips that will help you enhance your filmmaking skill. Whether you're a beginner or have some experience under your belt, these tips will take your films and videos to the next level. So, let's dive in. Tip number 1. Plan your shoot in advance. One of the most important aspects of successful filmmaking is planning. Before you start shooting, take the time to create a detailed shot list and schedule. This will help you stay organized, save time on set, and ensure you capture all the necessary shots. A well-planned shoot will also give you the freedom to be more creative and experiment with different angles and techniques. Tip number 2. Master the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is the fundamental composition technique in filmmaking. Imagine dividing your frames into thirds, both horizontally and vertically, creating 9 equal parts. The main element of your shot, such as the subject or key points of interest, should be placed along these lines or at the intersection. This technique adds balance and visual interest to your frames. Tip number 3. Pay attention to lighting. Lighting plays a crucial role in creating mood and atmosphere of your film. Whether you are shooting indoors or outdoors, try to understand how different lighting setup affects your scenes. Natural light can provide a soft and realistic look, while artificial lighting allows for more control and creativity. Experiment with different lighting techniques and remember to adjust your exposure accordingly. Tip number 4. Capture high quality audio. Sound is often underestimated in filmmaking, but it's just as important as the visuals. Invest in a good external microphone and learn how to capture clear and crisp audio. Minimize background noise, record dialogues at the appropriate level, and use sound effects to enhance the overall cinematic experience. Good audio quality will greatly improve the impact and professionalism of your films. Tip number 5. Experiment with the camera movements. Adding camera movement can add a dynamic and engaging element to your shots. Try incorporating techniques like panning, tilting, tracking, or even using a stabilizer or drone for smooth and cinematic movement. However, make sure your camera movements serve a purpose and enhance the storytelling rather than being distracting or unnecessary. Tip number 6. Edit with intentions. The editing process is where your footage comes together and tells a cohesive story. When editing, be intentional with your cuts, transitions, and pacings. Remove any unnecessary shots or scenes that don't contribute to the overall narrative. Use different editing techniques such as crossfades, jump cuts, or match cuts to create visual interest and guide the audience's emotions. Tip number 7. Utilize sound design. Sound design involves creating or manipulating sounds to enhance the storytelling experience. Experiment with adding ambient sounds, foley effect, and music to create depth and immersion. The right sound design can evoke emotions, build tensions, or even provide a sense of place. Take the time to find or create the perfect sound that complements your visuals. Tip number 8. Collaborate and seek feedbacks. Filmmaking is often a collaborative process. Don't hesitate to involve others in your projects, whether it's through acting, assisting with the camera, or providing feedbacks. Collaborating with others can bring fresh perspectives and new ideas to the table. Seek constructive criticism from fellow filmmakers or trusted friends to help you identify areas of improvements and refine your skills. Tip number 9. Study and analyze films. To improve your filmmaking skills, it's essential to study and analyze films from various genres and time periods. Watch critically acclaimed movies and pay attention to their storytelling techniques, camera angles, editing choices, and use of sound. Take notes and try to incorporate what you learned into your own projects. Learning from established filmmakers can inspire and guide your own creative decisions. Tip number 10. Practice and learn from mistakes. Last but not least, practice is key to honing your filmmaking skills. The more you shoot, edit, and experiment, the more you will learn and improve. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. View them as valuable learning opportunities. Embrace challenges and setbacks as they will ultimately contribute to your growth as a filmmaker. Remember, every project is a chance to refine your craft and tell better stories. That concludes today's episode on 10 filmmaking tips to improve your skills. I hope you found these tips helpful and inspiring. Remember to plan your shoots, master composition techniques, pay attention to lighting and sound, and continuously learning from films and your own experiences. Join me in the next episode of Visual Works, where we will explore the art of storytelling and how to captivate your audience with compelling narratives. Until then, keep creating and happy filmmaking. Thank you.